Hello again. So we're back to focus on your second part of your turn. So after you've chosen one of your build and buy transporter cell, then the next thing you do is deploy a cell. That's where you take one of your cells and you put it on an intersection on the board. You can put it on any intersection at all as long as it's not already occupied. Okay, so I can put it there or anywhere else. Point is they go on the intersections, not in the middle. Okay. So what I'm going to teach now is the basics of traditional Go. We'll learn those first, and then next video we'll talk about the multiplayer aspect of Go. Okay, so traditional Go is between two players, and each player you alternate taking turns putting on your stones, or in this case cells. When you place a cell, you'll notice there are these surrounding intersections. So I place it there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 intersections that join it, that are next to it. These are called liberties if they're empty. Okay? I like to think of them as breathing holes. If an opponent occupies all of those liberties, then you have no breathing hole left. You're out of air. You're effectively dead or captured. Okay? So right now, if it were black's go, and red only has this one liberty remaining, and black goes there, boom, this red cell is surrounded, it has no liberties left, no breathing holes, so it's removed from the board. Okay? Captured. Now, of course, red's not just going to sit around and let that happen. So typically, you'll want to get some pieces together. Now, the way Go works is when you have two cells or two stones of the same color, and they're at adjoining intersections, they become essentially one living organism. All right, so now to capture this, we have to get all of these liberties. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So if black wanted to capture it, they have to get that one, and that one, that one, that one, each one. And now, if it were black's go, they could go there. Red only has that one liberty left. Boom! These two red cells are captured, and they would be removed from the board. All right? Okay. So that's how you capture something. Of course, like I said, red's not going to just let that happen. They might keep extending themselves. So, now black would have to get all of these. Would have to surround all of them. Okay, red's still alive, still has this one left. All right, if it were black's go though, red's doomed, black goes boom, and each of the reds then come off. All right, so I think you get the idea there. So I just want to point out a couple sort of basic situations that you should be aware of. If you're in a corner, you don't have 4 liberties. You only have 2. 1, 2. There's only 2 adjoining intersections. So corner spaces are very vulnerable. If black wanted to capture that, it just has to go there. And then if red does nothing, next turn black goes there, boom, it's captured, the red comes off. Okay, so corners are vulnerable. Edge pieces are also vulnerable, or edge intersections. So if red's there, instead of, it's better than the corner, but you only have 3 intersections. So if black goes there, 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 red comes off and is captured. Okay. Defensively is something you need to be aware of. So defensively in Go, we've talked about joining your pieces together, making a larger organism, so it's harder to surround. The other thing is to have what are called eyes, and those are internal liberties. So I'm going to set up a structure here that has an internal eye. Okay? So let's just look at this here. All right, if black wanted to capture this, notice it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. around the outside and then one in the middle. Okay, if black goes into the middle right now, it's a suicide move. It's instantly surrounded. Okay, so that's not even allowed. It would just automatically come off and be a waste. So black wants to capture that. Black has to get all these external liberties first. Mind you, it is happening alternating moves, so red's not just going to sit there and let it happen. But let's say the situation had developed such that it was like this. And it's now black's go. Okay, so a moment ago I told you if black puts one there, it would just be automatically destroyed. All right, and indeed that would be the case if red still had another liberty left. Okay, so if I put it there now, red still has another liberty, the black would be captured. However, if the eye is that organism's only surviving liberty, then if you put a cell in it, you're capturing them. Okay, so the only time you're allowed what would otherwise be a suicide move is if by placing it there into that last liberty, if it results in the automatic capture of this group, then that's allowed. So that's a legal move. So red has one left, black goes in there, boom, takes it, the reds are removed. Okay, it would be all captured. This territory would effectively be black's. Okay. Now, what would happen if we had a similar situation? A similar situation, but this time red has two internal liberties. Okay? So even if black gets all of these exterior ones taken, okay, black has all the exterior liberties taken, red still has two of them in here. Well, what if black takes one? If black tries to take one, red still has a liberty. So, in other words, the black's surrounded, so it would come off. If black takes the other one, it's still surrounded and red still has a liberty, so it comes off. Black can't place two at once. That's not a legal move. You can only deploy one cell. So if you can build a structure, an organism that has two internal liberties, two eyes, so that's called a two-eyed structure, then it's invincible. Okay? A two-eyed structure cannot be destroyed. No matter what, black puts it there, it's gone. So defensively, that's what you want to do. You want to try to set up a structure that has two eyes, and then it can survive to the end of the game. So that's very important. So you want to build your network that enables you to move product, to buy it in the south, move it north. You want to expand your territory, and at the same time, you want to try to, wherever possible, set up areas where you can have two eyes so that it can be defended, and you'll be able to keep it for the end of the game. Okay, in traditional Go, traditional Go is just for two players. When the pieces are captured, they come off and you get points for them at the end of the game. And so you get points for territory and for captured stones. In multiplayer Go, you don't. When the pieces are captured, they leave the board. So our next video is going to focus on all the implications of multiplayer Go. Okay? I think have learned enough about traditional Go from this. There are lots of helpful videos online if you want to know more about traditional Go. But those are the essential rules. And we're just going to build on that. There's just a few adaptations we need with multiplayer Go, and we'll do that next video. Thank you.